everybody, and welcome to Crunch Sports. I'm Ashwin Kumar, and we're back. Hi, Santosh. How are you?
Yeah, Ashwin. Well,
Yeah, it's been a while now because no IPL. The boredom has struck us. So now there is an update about the IPL. Well, we all know that it has been suspended. We don't know when it will be held again or rescheduled. But let's have a look at the scenarios because the World Cup is around the corner. Will that be in India or is also a question mark? And can the IPL be played before the World Cup? Well, let's look at that. The challenges for pre-World Cup. Firstly, the English board have told that no English players will be allowed, no matter when the IPL is scheduled. The English players will not be able to come because they have their bilateral and maybe even test series. So we'll have to look at that. No English players. We'll look at how much of an impact it'll have on the other teams, and then the UAE pitches. If the World Cup gets scheduled or moved on to the UAE, then having the IPL before the World Cup can be an issue because the UAE has only three pitches. And last year we did see that in the later half or the second half of the IPL, the pitches slowed down and it had a big impact. So will they risk playing the IPL on good pitches and then that'll affect the World Cup? So that's a big challenge for them. And then again, English players or England have their bilateral series lined up before the World Cup. So these are the three big challenges the BCCI has to look up to. And post World Cup, there are challenges there as well. Firstly, England players won't be there. Whether it's if they have white ball cricket, then it will have an impact. If they're playing red ball cricket, then maybe a couple of players can come here and play the IPL or wherever it's conducted. And the second is that the most probable location is UAE after the World Cup. So we'll have to look at that. And then the bigger concern is that the Ashes is soon after the World Cup. So will the English and the Australian boards allow their players, or maybe because they usually have time for preparation of the of Ashes. So these are the concerns for pre-World Cup and post-World Cup. So it will be interesting, or it will be a hard choice for the BCCI. And there is no official date of when the IPL will be played, so we'll just have to wait and see. But let's have a look at the teams which will have a big impact. We've got the Mumbai Indians first. Well, no problems for the Mumbai Indians. They're all sorted. They don't have an English player, so that's not going to have an impact. They've got De Kock, Pollard, Neesham, Coulter, Bolt, Milne, Marco Jansen, and Chris Lynn. So they've got no English players there. So Mumbai Indians, no problems for them whatsoever. And then you've got RCB as well. No issues again. They mostly have Australian and New Zealand players there. They've got AB de Villiers, South African, Maxwell, Richardson, Sams, Dan Christian, Zampa, all Australian. And then you've got Kyle Jamieson, who is New Zealand. Josh Philippe, maybe he's available for the second half, or maybe Finn Allen, but both of them are not English. So again, RCB, no issues there. So these two teams are the teams which are not at all affected by that decision by the English board. And then you've got Delhi Capitals flying high. They've got three players missing out. They've got Chris Wokes, Tom Curran, and Sam Billings. Well, they lose three players, but not a big impact because you look at the players sitting out. They've got Andre Nokia who's sitting out. So missing out on Wokes, Curran is not an issue, and Billings doesn't even play there. So Delhi, yes, they're missing three players, but that's not going to have a big impact on them. And then they've got the fourth team in Rajasthan Royals, which I think will be the most affected team. They'll be losing Josh Butler, Ben Stokes, and you've got Jofra Archer. They're three key men. They'll be missing out on those players, and that's their biggest blow. So, Santosh, what do you think? Will they be able to cope up? Will Rajasthan Royals be able to cope up without these three players? Two of them weren't playing, but now they'll be fit, but still not be able to play.
It's a big blow, no doubt about that. Because Stokes and Archer missed out this half of the IPL. So they were backing Archer to come back towards the end. But now that it's suspended, really one of the happier teams. See, if it happens again and no Archer and Stokes again, and no Butler also, he scored a century recently for Rajasthan Royals. Yeah, so I mean, so this is basically the core of Rajasthan team. So this is the problem Rajasthan have for the past 2 or 3 years. Their Indian core is not that great. Yeah, they do have Samson, but then The reliable ones are the foreign players, which is why they haven't been found consistently, in my opinion. So yeah, big blow, no doubt. And I think when Liam Livingston is in the squad, and he also won't be available if the English players are not there. So yeah, no doubt about that.
Right. Go ahead with the CSK.
Yeah, the next four teams. Let's go with SRH first. SRH have they're missing out Johnny Besto and Jason Roy. But I don't think it's a big worry because they'll be playing David Warner. They should have played him anyways, but now the circumstances that he has to play. I think he'll do a good job. It's just that two matches is something which has not been doing good. And then for KKR, they're missing out their skipper and Tom Banton, I guess, is the squad. And but for Morgan, I'm not sure because the team's not really doing great under Dinesh Karthik or Morgan. So I don't know if it's the captaincy issue or the core of the team is the issue. I don't know. And even batting wise, Morgan has been doing that great for KKR. So yeah, I mean the impact will be there, but then I don't know if it's that crucial. To blame Morgan leaving for the team going bad. I don't think that's the case.
Who do you think should then captain the side? Because Dinesh Karthik last season it was in the end, then they gave it to Morgan half season, and now Morgan half season this year, and now he's not there.
So now I think if you're going with experience, then it should be Sunil Narayan or someone else. But if you're going with an Indian captain, I think it will be Shubman Gill. Because I mean, yeah, you may say it's too early for him to captain, but then we saw Rishabh Pant how good he's doing, and I think Rishabh the captaincy had an effect on Pant's batting as well. He has been more mature. He hasn't scored big runs, but he has been batting pretty well according to situations. So can't blame. But then, yeah, I think it should be Shubman Gill if Morgan's not available. And coming to Punjab, they missed out Jordan and Malan. Jordan, they have a replacement in Taylor Simpson, I guess. And then for Malan, Puran, I mean, he hasn't been getting runs at all. But I think, it even goes to the patch, but I think he'll be replacing Malan. So it won't be a big miss, in my opinion.
And it's after a few months, so it's not like Puran is never going to score runs.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll have the World Cup before that as well, if this happens. So they come back to form. And then let's go to CSK now. I think after Rajasthan, I think the biggest impact will be for CSK. Only two players, Sam Curran and Moeen Ali. But they form the core of the foreign players for CSK, in my opinion, because both are all-rounders. So they'll be missing a bowler and a batsman in two players. I mean, for Moeen Ali, you can bring in, Sanford. But I don't know if, the bowling wise, I think he's above Moeen Ali, in my opinion. But with the batting, I don't think he's as much of an impact player as Moeen Ali is.
And Ali has been killing it at number 3.
Yeah, exactly.
He has been one of the most consistent batsmen throughout IPL.
The reason for CSK not getting at least 160 less score in this IPL is, I think, the main reason goes to Moeen. He hasn't scored like hundreds or 80s, but the contributions which he's given has been the vital one. So I think it'll be a big miss for CSK. And for Curran, I think they'll try playing Tahir instead of him. Against RCB, we didn't play Moeen Ali. We played Tahir instead of that. Proved to be enough. So let's see what happens when it comes to the IPL.
Like you said, I think after Rajasthan, CSK will have an impact. We spoke about Moeen Ali's batting, and you've got Curran as well. He bowls in the power play, he comes in the middle, or even at the death, he has bowled a couple of overs. So Curran will be a big miss, and will Moeen Ali. So, but having said that, CSK are in a pretty comfortable position. Having a look at the points table, you've got Delhi Capitals who have played 8 games. They're at the top of the table with 12 points. And CSK with 10 points, and then you've got RCB and Mumbai Indians with 10 and 8 points respectively. The biggest problem was Rajasthan Royals, who are at 5th with 6 points and losing even Butler now. I don't see Rajasthan Royals getting into that top 4. What do you think? Do you think they can pull it off, or is it asking for too much?
I think it's asking for too much, especially from Samson, because he has to leave the side. He has to carry the batting. It's like what KL Rahul is to do for Punjab. So I think it's too much to ask from Samson. He has to keep wickets. So I mean, he he is a great like good talent, no doubt about that. But with no support by his side, he might stammer a bit. So I think it's too much to expect. I mean, if they make it, it's going to be good, but I don't see them making it to the top.
Yeah, and Rajasthan already have a weak team, whether it's the bowling or batting, because batting before it was all about Samson, Butler, and maybe to some extent Shivam Dube was contributing a little, but now it's all on Samson. I can't see, unfortunately, I can't see Rajasthan Royals. I can't see them picking up any more points. And then you've got Punjab Kings again at sixth with 6 points, equal with Rajasthan Royals, but they've played an extra game. And they'll be missing out, like we said, they'll be missing out on Jordan and David Malan. Not a huge difference for them. And at 7, you've got KKR, who was losing their skipper. They've played 7 games and won just 2 games out of that. And they're at 4 points. And then at last, you've got, it's a surprise, you've got Sunrisers Hyderabad. They've been awful this IPL. They've played 7 games and lost 6 out of them, just won 1 game. Yes, they'll miss out on Bairstow, and Bairstow, they already dropped Warner. Bairstow, if there's no Bairstow, the other option is Jason Roy, but even he's not there now. So I think they'll have to go back to Warner, which I think will be a good thing for them, to be honest. He is their best batsman. So I think they should have backed him. I don't know why they didn't. So maybe Saha can come out to open with David Warner. We'll have to see, because even Manish Pandey opened a couple of games. So we'll have to see how that goes. Right, so that was our update about the IPL. Let us know what you guys think will or when should the IPL be conducted, pre-World Cup or post-World Cup. There are challenges for both those scenarios or windows. We'll have to wait and see, and let us know what you guys think, if your team will be able to cope up without these English stars. And yep, we'll meet you all in the next one. Make sure you do all that good stuff. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and comment. Get involved with us. Let us know what your thoughts are. And thanks for watching. And we'll meet you all in the next one. Thanks, Santosh. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you.